What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas. I May. Looking cute, looking clean, not flirting with my cousin's sex, but looking sexy.
Oh,
what?
I guess worse.
It's Bel-Air. It's Bel-Air week. And today we got a lot to talk about. In Bel-Air, we talking about, your cousin.
Okay.
Your cousin is okay with you dating your girl. Who? Oh, and we found family drama. We found out what, and we gonna find out if and Viv, which way she's gonna go, because I can see it going two ways. We're gonna talk about it. And also, Hilary got drama. Read the contract, y'all. Read the contract. And today I'm with my boys. To my top right, you have the one, the only Monterey. Monterey, how are you doing, my guy?
What's up, your boy Monterey Hudson back, Mr. Drop the Mic himself, ready to just drop a little knowledge about that young Bel-Air. You know how it goes.
And we got Uniqo waiting best on the mic, man, hosting all the fashion shows in Indiana. Got the shoulder out. He showed shoulder blade, y'all. It's crazy. How you doing today, my guy?
Man, I'm blessed, highly favored. And I don't know. I'm ready to talk about Bel-Air, man. I got a good feeling about this.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. You know how we do every week. We're gonna let Monte give you his 3 things to take from the show. Monterey, what you got for us today?
Man, you done put my man under the whistle, under the fire. How you know he got the 3 things? That was the template for last week. How do you know he got the same thing for this week?
I watched the
Whether
shows.
it is or ain't, we'll never know.
You done made my man really change his whole thesis template.
Whether it is or whether it ain't, we will never know. But all I do know is these are my 3 takeaways. That's what we're gonna go with it. We ain't gonna ask no questions.
All right, bet.
My 3 takeaways, you know, we're gonna really focus on we got a lot we can focus on. So my 3 takeaways is, number 1, probably one that's not really as big or you could focus on, but something I'm gonna take away. Uncle Phil might be more gangster than Jeffrey. And it's crazy for me to have to say that, but he really just might be more gangster than Jeffrey, because all through the episode, throughout the entirety of the episode, you seeing the weight of everything going on in Uncle Phil's life really just coming down on him mentally. You see it. Jeffrey pointed it out in the episode. It got the election, which it could go either way, especially with this bet that he made, which I don't agree with. I do not agree with this bet. I really don't agree with the bet, because I don't feel like his mental state right now is really good for something that literally could decide everything. So I don't agree with the bet. I really don't. But he made a bet that, however a debate goes with Mr. Trader, Mr. Policeman himself, Mr. Fred Wilkes, he's like, okay, we're going to make this debate that's coming up. Whoever wins the debate and gets popular after that, they're going to be the one to go forward. So it's like, fine then. And the other one going to back them. I really don't like that, because I don't think your mental state is good for that. Not to mention your family is in tatters. I don't think he's really realized, or he's probably realizing it now, how bad the family actually looks. Hilary is in some mess. Carlton straight. Will is just a stick of dynamite that's been lit on fire. We just waiting for that mother to blow up at any moment. So Will is something about to blow. Him and Aunt Viv are at their worst than they've ever been. And it's just, woo! So, and we got other bombs, when he find out that Ashley goes both ways, and, just the other little petty stuff. Like, he's like a ticking time bomb. And then for the first time, him and Jeffrey actually got in a disagreement. And it's just like, wow, him and Jeffrey, that's been, Batman and Robin the whole time, or really Batman and Nightwing. I ain't gonna disrespect Jeffrey like that. Batman and Nightwing the whole time, and then so it's really coming down to Uncle Phil, to where if he loses that debate, he loses everything. Like, it's everything he's been working for, all that's over with. So I don't like it for him. Like, I like it for the show, but it's for him. It's really weighing down on. So
this is his storyline.
Yeah, it's a wonderful storyline, but for him, I could easily see him losing the debate, not being focused, everything, because he's not on the same page with anybody. That's 1. 2, my second takeaway, the situation with Will and his dad, that's something. Like, they have literally thrown that out of left field. Like, everybody really just thought, okay, his dad was gonna be like, come in, all that kind of stuff. No, they have in one episode have made his dad like the most important story of the entire thing, because they made his dad seem like his dad isn't as bad off as the original run of the show, and it made Uncle Phil, Aunt Viv, and his mama Vi all shady, like all extremely shady. Aunt Viv even verbatim said he might, speaking about Will might hate us if he finds out the truth about his dad. Like, what did y'all do? Like, what? Like, when you say like he might hate you after everything y'all done, his own mother, he might hate his own mother. He might hate his own auntie who did everything. What did y'all do? Like that's probably even worse than everything blowing up. What did y'all do to this man's father or to Will to where he might hate
and Jeffrey don't even know who he is, so like, it's even before Jeffrey.
Yeah, like Jeffrey knows about him, but this is like they did something in the childhood of Will where it's like y'all don't even like mentioning him. Y'all trying to wait, and they said the longer you wait, the worse it's gonna be. It make it seem like to me that Will's dad didn't run away from him. They really make it seem like he didn't run away. It made it seem like almost like they ran, almost like he wanted to be in his life, and Vi and Aunt Viv and all the rest of them might have been like, it's better that you not, so we just gonna like dip off the face of the earth. We gonna scatter. We gonna make sure you don't find us. And his dad might just be fine, be like, I wanted to be in your life, but they took you from me. They might have lied on him. Be like, okay, we're gonna take all the parental rights from you. Make it seem like you a horrible person. Vi ain't did nothing but the entire episode, but badmouth this man. Said, oh, he had dreams, and I chased after the dreams and talking to Will. Oh, like I was funding all of his stuff and all that kind of thing. It's really just like either that or it's gonna be from somebody said this last week, and I really, really hope this ain't true. They make it seem like it's freaking Reed or some crap like that, where it's like, okay, you just don't need to know who it is. Some like either when you find out, you're gonna be pissed that that's your dad, or we took you away from him and didn't even give you the opportunity to know him at 4, because his dad was in his life up until he was like what 4 to 6, something like that. So it's like something happened quick. And to me, it's like all of them are now shady. Like all of them, they were good, had the issue. Now all of them shady. And it's just like, wow. And then the third takeaway, the obvious one, Viv and Vy, they didn't got all their stuff back together and they cool now. But, we find out, really just Vi was just holding Aunt Viv hostage, blaming her for everything that, I devoted all half my life to helping your dreams and, doing all this kind of stuff for you. And you basically forgot about me, while Aunt Viv is like, you really just jealous of the success that I ended up having, which she was. Vi was very petty. I understand she is really petty, but I understand why. Because it's like, you just basically abandoned me here. And to an extent, it's like, okay, because that just brings up the simple thing of like, just sending money to family members and just saying, okay, here, this money isn't the same as like spending your time and your effort and giving them your actual love. It's almost like you're paying a bill. And paying a bill isn't the same as, spending time with somebody and showing them.
And then when your mama go into the show, your mama's sick and you left her by herself to take care of her. So you're like, oh, you just forgot about us.
Yeah, we sent money, and it's like, oh, okay, we sent money. That's not the same. So I understand both sides of that argument, but they made up at the end. But now it just y'all made up, but y'all made this dad thing such an important thing to where Will is like, okay, I need to know. And he even went so far as to sneak up to my boy Jeffrey. And I'm pretty sure this is right, but everybody had to say, because previously in the episode, my boy Jeffrey, he was talking to Uncle Phil about the whole dad situation, because it got to the point Uncle Phil was like, I want you to keep Lou away from Will at all costs. And Jeffrey's like, I ain't with that, man. He's like, I ain't feeling that. Like, so if Jeffrey ain't feeling it, and we know Jeffrey did some shady stuff, so if he ain't feeling it, they done did something wrong to Lou. They had to have done something wrong to where Jeffrey's like, I ain't with y'all keeping him away from Will. And so I personally believe Jeffrey's finna put that resignation letter on Uncle Phil's desk. That's why I really believe that envelope was. I believe that was a resignation letter, and he was gonna be done with it. And if it's to the point to where Jeffrey is willing to quit and stop working for Uncle Phil over whatever they did to Uncle Phil's father, it has to be bad. And I mean, it's got to be like,
Well, Uncle Phil did tell Jeffrey, you don't know Lou. So I'm like, how bad is Lou that Jeffrey, you don't know Lou?
He gotta know it. Jeffrey gotta know enough to be like, I'm not with it. Jeffrey gotta know something. He might not know Lou, but he knows Jeffrey.
I think he hinted that he can't see his son for some reason. So he's like, I'm not with it.
But even with that, even if it's just something, he's just like Jeffrey gotta know something. Like he has to know what they did to some. So he might not know Lou, but he might know what they did to be like, okay, it's bad enough that I gotta quit rather than keep this man away from his son. I'm willing to quit working for the family that I done got bought over and worked with for years and all the shady stuff we done probably did undercover and all that kind of crap. I'm willing to let all that go for this one man and his situation over his son. Jeffrey got to know something, and it's got to be they done did something horrible. We got 2 episodes to find out. They done did something horrible, like to where how could you? And it's something that'll make Will hate his own family that done been there since day one. It's that bad, and my main takeaway is what like they might not be they might not be nothing, bro. They might be some garbage folks. It's bad. I mean, we're seeing Viv now. We're seeing her. She choosing her art lifestyle over her husband and her family or whatever. You want to have your midlife crisis, go right ahead. I don't care. We're seeing Hilary. Hilary, she chose the bank. Now she going back on the bank. Hilary she being flip-floppy, but I mean, she 20, so basically she being flip-floppy. Shoot. We seeing Carlton, my nominee for character development of the year. We seeing him. I'll let y'all talk about that, but just the family is all over the place, but the parents seem like the worst out of all of them right now, and they were supposed to be the most stable. That's the craziest thing to me that I can believe with like the most stable people that's supposed to be, and they the most unstable right now. So
yeah, and we did find we found out the character development for Carlton because at the beginning of the episode they was on the golf course, and Uncle Phil told Carlton straight up, "You the best. We expect you to know how to handle everything that come our way because you know how we are." And then he said it to Will at the end of the episode. They expect me to be perfect. and that was spending my life in a spiral, trying to keep up with my grades, trying to be this perfect Banks. So we kind of found out why he probably taking that Xannies and why he got anxiety. The pressure of living up to the bank's name and the future bank. So
Uncle Phil know he full of crap for that too. He said that in the beginning because he's like, well, you don't punish Will and stuff like that. Well, Will is new or whatever. Man, forget that. Will have been there for a few months. He should have got punished too. I know it's his birthday, but you ain't got to say like the Carlton. Oh, no, you ain't got to say the Carlton. Oh, you know better. So I
prefer the birthday excuse than saying you know better.
Hey man, Carlton know that was crap. I know that's crap. We all know that's crap.
And it kind of helps his redemption arc, my thing. It kind of helps his redemption arc.
Will is cool up there clapping cheeks. And you cool with it because it's his birthday. He up there clapping cheeks while I'm there, with my hands behind my head talking to 4 policemen. We cool on that. But I get punished and Will up there, he get everything he want. Now I understand why Carlton was frustrated the whole episode. He's all Will got what he want. He getting his birthday. He got to clap cheeks with my ex and all that kind of stuff. But I get punished. Oh, okay. I feel Carlton on this episode. I really do.
Hold on. Let me bring this point up. When Carlton was talking about his issues and how it was just so easy for Will to just come in and all the girls are going crazy. He's getting all the success, blah, 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 while Carlton is working so hard. I was really expecting Will to be like, nigga, we came up broke. And I came from West Philly. And I was like, so y'all ain't going to pull that card? I thought that was coming because he said how it was easy for him. And he's talking from a society and like how you blend in with society. I think he was referring
to when Will came in, though. I don't think he's talking about before that. He talking about I had all this pressure on me, and then you came in and had it easy because you got everything I wanted without having to earn it in a way. I think that's what he was saying.
Hear me out. Will has the same argument as Carlton. He can say the same thing. You had it easy from birth. You didn't have to work as hard. They both can say work as hard in different aspects. Man, the way that Carlton was living, yeah, he got money and all that stuff, but man, it drove him to Xanax. And Will, he out here trying to play against gang members and drug dealers, and then pulled out the pulled out the gun, the burner. So with that being said, they both have opposite sides where they think both of their lives are easier. Will has less expectation. Carlton does. He has way more expectation. So I think I thought that they were going to pull that. They didn't pull that card, but
that ain't in Will's character to do from the show.
I'm just glad they didn't pull that card.
I ain't never really seen him just like hold Carlton being rich the whole show against him. Like it ain't like a theme of the, if he was doing that in former episodes, I'd go with it. I'm like, yeah. He kind of have like a resentment.
I'm glad they didn't pull it. I'm glad they didn't pull it.
His mom would totally do it. Will's mom would totally.
His mom did do it. He did do it, but I ain't worried about it. Like I said, she was already petty. But I'm glad Will didn't do it because Carlton was really specifically talking about since you got here. And to be honest, since Will has got here, Will has gotten away with so much crap from Uncle Phil, and Carlton has not gotten, like, he didn't got everything under the bus from Uncle Phil, where he's like, he didn't got blamed halftime when him and Will didn't get along. Will came in talking to Lisa and hooked up with Lisa the first night they went at a party or whatever. So he got mad, but his feelings weren't really, acknowledged, even though Lisa is a close family friend, they exes. Will can come in on the first day or the first couple of days and hook up with my ex that y'all know, but y'all cool with it, but y'all don't understand my feelings. And really, Carlton's feelings has been ignored. What you see now have been ignored for a lot of the show, to where like Will has gotten away with dang near murder. And Carlton's like, I still have this expectation of being perfect. Y'all still basically made me babysit Will and everything. Like, he's seen it, even to the point where, like, when Carlton got mad when he found out that why Will had came there, he's like, you did all of that, but you don't give me no leeway for nothing. That's why he was saying, he's like, you don't give me no leeway for anything. Y'all do not treat me this way. Y'all treat me as though I'm supposed to be perfect. Y'all let Hilary get away, and I'm looking this way, y'all let Hilary get away with making, naughty chef videos online. Y'all don't come at her on her
ruining
head
a
for
whole
anything.
Friendship and company, a whole company by calling them racist.
You don't jump down Hillary's throat, nothing like that. Y'all come at me. So I get Carlton on this episode. He's like, bro, I'm frustrated because you've gotten away with murder since you got here. I've gotten away with nothing.
And the cool thing about it, to Monte's early point, they did something to Will, like they literally said, we owe Will this. So that means they had to do something. To Monte's point, they said, we owe Will this. And I'm like, you owe him this. This ain't even like no family, like, oh, he family Philip. No, he's like, we owe him Phil. I'm like, why do you owe him?
Man, they ran away from that man father.
What if they planted?
They ran away from him.
What if they planted drugs on Lou or something and got him ran up?
Maybe, like Lou cannot. I don't know if Lou is as bad of a person. They did something. They're like, bro, we took Lou, we framed Lou, we ran away. He wanted to get to know you. He still does. We just said forget it. We just finna put you away from all that, man. Bro.
Uncle Phil literally told Jeffrey, by any means necessary, make sure he don't show up. And I'm like, what?
He's like, he don't need this kind of stuff. I'm like, Uncle Phil, what?
He said by any means necessary, Joe.
Jeff, like, bro, I ain't with that, bro.
Joe, he said by any means necessary, Joe. That means if he is intent, like, I'm seeing my son, it's only one thing, any means necessary, dog.
Bro, you gotta realize, when a gangster doesn't want to do something, Jeffrey has been connected to getting rid of somebody on the other side of the United States and had no problem doing it. This man, the same man, said, bro, I'm not finna touch that. I'm willing to put my resignation letter in, knowing the stuff we done did together. I'm willing to put this letter on your desk rather than go and tell this dude's father not to come around his son. Like, stop, they done did something that's wrong. Like this, they done did some shady things. Something, man. I can't place it exactly because I don't know if like you planting evidence and getting his father, because his father ain't in jail, obviously, or he might be, because we don't necessarily know where he is. Jeffrey just said I'll look into it, which he knows where he is. But I feel like Jeffrey. I mean, I'm so happy that Will stopped Jeffrey from putting that letter on the desk, because this eases Jeffrey's conscience, because Jeffrey could be like, oh well, I didn't go looking for and tell Will because I wanted to. Will came to me with the request and told me to tell him where his dad was.
Yeah, and I
didn't
work
tell
for
his
Will
dad to
too.
come
I work
find
for
him.
the
Will went to
family.
find
I'm the
him. That
house
ain't my
manager. I work
fault.
for the family.
He's like, that ain't my fault. Will wanted to go find him. He came to me in your office and said for me to go and give him the location. I didn't go to the father. I listened to your words. I didn't do what you want me to do. Will wanted me to do something else. Ain't my fault. I didn't tell him to go look for his dad. Blame your wife and your freaking sister-in-law for opening their big mouths and all this mess. That's their fault.
Can I bring up two numbers to think about? One number is, so it's Will's 17th birthday. That's what we're celebrating this episode. Okay. And Vi said, when's the last time I've been out here? What was it, 20 years ago when y'all just got married? Okay. What was going on 20 years ago? Oh, when we was all broke. And what else happened 20 years? We ate the reception food for 2 weeks. So there is a 3-year time period for Uncle Phil or whatever to figure out what he's doing, but they said it was broke. Do you think they had enough power within 3 years to make something happen? Because this is the big part of the show for me, is when Vi was trying to show the picture. Okay, that's cute. I never seen that one before. And then even you could tell Will was looking weird when he was like, wait, who took that picture? Did you take it, Aunt Viv? No, I hadn't made it there yet. Who took that picture? Which is giving us a semblance of, man, bro might have been a good dad. We don't know that. But that's when the show kind of started going, like, because we'll know something is going on. That's why it's been negative. Why every time I'm asking questions about concerning my birthday when I first got here, it's an issue. Well, why don't you take these Jordans that got signed by Michael Jordan? Yes, that's going to take my attention away from it, but I'll get back to you.
Also,
Will said, I'm going to get back to you.
They bring it up when they do like their little resentment battle they were doing. Ain't Viv did it once and Will mom Vi did it once. Oh, your dad? Oh, no, but we ain't going to talk about that. I'm like...
Oh, on the boardwalk, you starting to look like...
I'm like, okay.
Look like who? Oh, man. Oh, okay.
You don't even want to refer this man's looks to his own dad. That's guilt. That's not that's not just dislike. That is pure guilt.
I think a film might have came off his name too. Because when you say I owe Will, that's the one thing I've been on this whole show been, we owe Will what he got now. And I'm like, and I said this to we did it. Why do you owe Will? Why do you owe? And,
it's about,
and from what we know, his dad was doing all kind of get rich schemes.
That's what they told us. They fed us.
So what did he succeed one time? And y'all kind of like, you know what?
No.
Let me get you out the way real
quick. I had to think of something. I would say either they framed him or they sold him out. I don't know which one, but I think they either framed this man to probably put him in jail for a little bit of time, and he probably got out after the fact, or they sold him out. Like, he was doing some stuff and whatever. And then, because Uncle Phil, you have to remember, Uncle Phil is an attorney. So it ain't nothing to be like, oh, he did so and so. Oh, I represent this person and get my name on the map. And then next thing you know, he got other attorney things picking up on there, and he get his name on the board. Next thing you know, okay, I got a big couple of cases. I can go move cross state. About 3-4 years, and we can start our family. I think they sold him out, bro. It's got to be something like that. Like, he might not necessarily have been a good person.
He might have been doing shady things too, but
I think they sold him out.
Like, we don't need that around now.
That's a good Uncle Phil gets rich because he somehow gets Lou into trouble. And it's a high super duper case. It's like locking Meek Mill
and all
up.
of a sudden we owe Will because we did him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We took his dad away.
We owe it to him.
Fucked up.
We owe it to him, Philip.
We got all and then
either that they use Will and like, oh, Will, we lied on you and basically said that he abused you, and we just used that as a way to get away from you. There could have been something like that too. Like, we lied and said he abused you. Uncle Phil was one of the attorney, all that kind of stuff. Man, this is drama.
We don't need.
No, I'm not dissuading this. This is a drama. So like, I know there's some stuff, man. Like, they either used Will or they set up Lou. I don't really know which one. They either set up Lou or they used Will for it. I don't know, but either way, they set that man up
No.
and sold him out or something.
The reason-
And they was like, bro,
Yeah.
you
The
can't even
reason
be
I
around
said Tyler
this
Perry is this show seemed to do everything in more of a contained space. Even with the Hilary thing, we thought it was gonna be something dramatic. It's more of a okay, he's more simple than we thought. But in the case, it lead to what we thought it was, but it was more simple. So I'm saying another thing. We got another thing to talk about. Ain't Viv. Her character development in this episode is gonna lead to me, and I want to talk about this one or two ways, right? She either gonna hear what her sister said and be like, "Oh, you right. I always use people to get where I'm at, and everybody pulled me along. So now I'm gonna use one last dude and get myself over myself so it can be mine, or I'm gonna see it as I'm using him too, and I'm not gonna use him as well to get myself over." And I feel like it can go one or two ways, and that's gonna end her story. I think that's a lot of this stuff we talked about. I don't think gonna end season one because it's just so. But I think that's gonna end season one. So I wonder which way she gonna go from. Well, I'm talking about in like her decision on which way she gonna go in season one.
I mean, either way, she been try to use him anyway because she know that dude. She can act like she don't. She know Reed want her, which she ain't. Please, we ain't no fool. Her friends all knew that Reed. She even said like, if you want to know, just ask. She know this man got a track record, so she ain't gonna be no fool. Now, I just don't know if she gonna like take a bite of the apple or not, because you don't introduce these guys. Like we have not had really like love interest problems other than like Will and Lisa, and that's relatively fine. We haven't had any real like love interest issues or anything of that nature. So generally this kind of stuff comes because it's a drama. I know it's coming. So eventually, what I think is gonna happen, Reed gonna make a pass at her, and whether it happens episode 9 or 10, I don't know which one, but Reed gonna make a pass at her. Once he do, we will find out where she goes. She gonna be like, if she hit that move like, I really shouldn't do this. It's over with. It's over.
Can they do
We
anything
lost
like that though?
something. Even one little kid, it could be anything. Because like I think it's gonna come down. I think it's gonna start at the since they setting up for this debate. I think it starts there. Like this, I think Uncle Phil gonna lose that debate, and I think he loses the debate. He'll have to bow out at the race, and then it's gonna all come tumbling down after that. Because after that, really, I have no reason to trust Fred Wilkes. I have no reason. This man backstabbed his best friend anyway to get into the race anyway. I have no reason to trust him. But all I know, Fred Wilkes would be like, all right, instead of you bowing out the race, I'm going to eliminate you. I'm going to release all this stuff that I found on you and your family. Your daughter out there doing this kind of stuff. Because what I didn't forget about Hilary is freaking Kylo or whatever. He said, oh, yeah, if you leave this house, I can use your videos for whatever I want. So like, it ain't like she just got free. Plus, she ain't even paid him yet. Because $50 grand don't come out of nowhere unless you want to feel. So he can use that. So he can be like, oh, your daughter does this. Ashley still ain't been kidnapped yet for whatever. Or just ain't been missing or whatever. I ain't forgot about her yet either. They forced out that, so I ain't forgot about Ashley either. Oh, your boy Carlton was out there doing this booger sugar. I know the drug dealer he was buying them from. And then, Aunt Bill, she done did this. She out here with this reader. I'm not, and then, you forgot, thought I didn't know about this? Right here. Like, just bam. Or, it just don't all come tumbling down. I'm waiting for the first domino effect. And if all that happens and Reed be like, oh, well, your husband, he ain't really care about your dream. And then all this stuff is happening. You can come and go on tour with me and I can help you do this, Y, and Z. I need to stand by my husband, but you're not standing by your husband. Fred Wilkes even said, your wife done disappeared out the limelight. She dived into this artistry stuff. It's like, well, because everybody, at this point, everybody's shady. At this point, everybody's shady except for Will. And I've accepted that everybody's shady. Everybody's shady. Hillary can be bought off at this point. Well, not Jazz. Hillary can be bought off. Ashley holding down secrets. Carlton is doing his come around, so I'm hopeful for Carlton. Aunt Bill shady, Uncle Phil shady, Jeffrey shady for obvious reasons, but I'm with Jeffrey. I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting on the domino to fall. It's over with.
Yeah, something's coming.
I think he'll lose that debate, and I think it's over with after that. I think he loses that debate, and after that,
yeah, I want to hear Joe's opinion on it. We done heard Monte's. The ain't Vy, Vy and Vivian drama. I can see both sides in a way because I get it from perspective. If you trust somebody so much that you don't consider feelings, because people do it all the time. Let's not pretend like people don't. People trust people so much all of a sudden that feelings just like, oh, that's my strong friend. They can handle anything. I don't have to think how stuff affects them. You know what I mean? So I get that. I understand that. People think like that, and you don't ever consider it because sis always held it down. You know what I mean? Sis always held it down no matter what. When mom's sick, when I was going through with every situation, sis held it down. Why she always on my back? Why she always this? I get it. And I can see the other sis like, hey, man, I did hold it down, but then you dipped. Yeah, you sent money, but you wasn't there. So, yeah, I'm a little jealous. What you mean? You living good, and I struggled. I'm out here nursing the street. My son around a bad environment and all this stuff. And now, every time I'm trying to spend time with my son, I get a little irritated. Why? Because you always there. Oh, you always take my son to this restaurant, this fancy restaurant with all these stars. I can't do that for him. You buying shoes that Michael Jordan signed? I can't do that for him. I just had an old picture that meant something. I don't get that same smile from my son that I used to. You getting this big smile because you gave him this super gift. After I did hold you down and you never came back. So I get it though. I do get it. And I can see both sides. Depending on where you coming from in your life and where you at or where you been or how your life experience, you probably can pick a side. That's what they did a real good job with that storyline. So Joe, I want to hear your thoughts on that storyline. And that
I just think they tied it up. I think that conflict's done. The only time it's gonna come back up again is if somebody talks about Lou before everybody's ready to talk about Lou, and we don't know if that's gonna be shit. It might. Man, shoot, Will might confront the family if I can see. I think, yeah, Will's probably gonna confront the family. Why don't you tell me? You know, something like that. But other than that, that's wrapped up. The Viv and Vy, I think that story's wrapped up for now.
I got a thought. I just had one. What if his dad's rich?
He got rich on one of them. He got rich on one of them schemes.
And what if his dad's rich and his mom because his mom has been real vindictive over Viv and his money. What if he just happened to be rich and his mom was just like, I can't be around this, and she just chose to leave the dad, run away, and live in the choice of poverty on her own for her own choices, and Aunt Viv and them helped her.
That's a little harder for me because that's a harder storyline because I don't know if he could be rich and I loved him and then I'm hating on my sister for getting rich. It's kind of unless he got rich after she left him, which she did hint at, like he ran away and then he got rich.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy. He got rich and then she was like, "I did all this for you," and he was like, "I don't want nothing to do with you.
Which could
you left me, and then my stuff worked." But you want to come back
lead to the Aunt Viv storyline too, because that could add a little resentment to that story too.
She said, "I told you about him. I told you." Yeah, I know you told me, Viv. What did you tell her? Why? But if he is sitting up there rich the whole time, he's like, yeah, that's a storyline for your ass right there. So that's a good thought.
Yo, what if it's hey Joe? What if it's lemon pepper Lou? Lou Will. And Daddy Lou Will.
You tell me my dad played for the Clippers this whole time. That's where I get my height, my skills from.
Daddy Lou, lemon pepper Lou.
Trust me, Lou Williams will not be making an appearance on Bel-Air. I will not allow it. I will boycott that show. I will start
not old lemon
pepper Lou just come out of nowhere.
Bro, I swear to God, I will literally do a petition and go door to door in every state to make sure.
The lemon pepper Lou.
Are you Will? Are you Will? What? I can see the bad acting already. Are you supposed to be my son?
He gotta come eating lemon peppers. He at the strip club every day. That's why Vi couldn't stay with him, bro.
Help. That's all I can say. Freaking.
Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. What do y'all think? What y'all think will happen in this episode? It's a relatively, like I said, Ashley barely showed up. I think she was just sitting down for like a scene.
She showed up a couple times. She had a really dope hairstyle. That was pretty cool. I was wondering if that was like weave or if that was like, I think it was pretty much weave, but it was pretty cool hairstyle.
Yeah, so she showed up a little bit. We saw Jazz, him and Coco, aka Hilary. They kind of settled their thing. Like, hey, I knew you were gonna come around. I told you, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he ain't settled nothing until Jazz finished what he started in that office.
Yeah.
They ain't settled nothing until then.
Do y'all think Kylo is that professional to not? Cause I feel like something really creepy is about to happen. Like honestly, like
he gonna use her stuff. I just don't know how. Probably if he don't do anything, he gonna use her videos because he still can.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be like, quote unquote, the white man takes advantage of the black woman story, and they try and take him down, but he ain't did nothing wrong. He just saying, man, look, sex sales. You trying to make some money? Like, what you doing?
He hit her with that call out too, bro. When times get hard, you seem to just quit.
Oh yeah, he ran the background check on her.
Now he good. He a good manipulator. I give him
bro,
that.
He read her whole storyline. When you did this, and it didn't go your way, you quit. When this didn't happen, you quit. I say, do you know her history at all? Every time something didn't go right, you seem to leave. You got a habit. And I was like, dog, he reading you. So he said, I already had that plan. You didn't read your contract.
Right or wrong, the thing is, he ain't wrong. He ain't did nothing wrong. And now that first time he just uploaded without her permission, okay, that was shady.
Well, according to him, he on it.
He can do it.
He's still on it.
He can do it.
Put that video everywhere if he want to.
Yeah, that's why I say he only because it's made in his house. So I'm like, if he wants to use it, not it should be used out in a few different ways.
Always read your contract.
Please do.
Because you don't.
Absolutely.
Well, hold on. So Hilary was in a 360 deal?
She was in whatever she was in was a crazy deal. But no lawyer involved. She should have had a lawyer.
Jeffrey could have handled this.
Shit, who's to say he ain't and he's not
Jeffrey
going to at some point?
She wanted to, be her own woman.
Wasn't that kind of Aunt Bill's fault too? No, Aunt Bill like, you always depend on your dad to take care of things, so you should handle this contract yourself or whatever. And I was like, oh.
Well, she was gonna do that, but that was before she decided to go Victoria's Secret. Then she went back on that. The Bill said something. I said she been wishy-washy, but it would have ended up the same way anyway. Because if she was talking about the contract, he'd be like, "Well, you gotta pay that exit fee, and I still own your videos." So
it's all bad. Now she can take the fame she got, and maybe build her own platform, but it don't come without selling the 50K. And she probably can't even use I don't know what is it, Thirst Trap Chef or whatever it's called. She probably can't even use that name no more.
Probably not, but she ain't gonna want to use it after this. Hopefully.
Well, she gonna have to still come skimpy on them because that's what.
Y'all know what's gonna happen, right? Jazz gonna pay it off in some way.
50.
Don't tell me he sell the shop to pay her $50,000, bro. I'm gonna be so pissed.
He got too many friends. He got too many rapper friends. He got too many.
Do not let this man sell the shop to pay her $50,000, bro. I'm like, Jazz, no. Mortgage the shop. Don't do it. No, he don't need to pay her $50,000, bro. No.
Not
Jazz. Do not simp for her and pay her $50,000, bro. Don't do it. She got a rich daddy. Let her suck up to him. Do not pay her $50,000, Jazz. If you do, I'm gonna be so disappointed in you. I'm be disappointed in my boy. I can't.
But hey, he like, you want to do your own thing? I get it. I'm here to support you.
I think it's so funny how like when Jazz pulled up and then Hilary walks up to him, like looking at this height difference the whole time, but this nigga just giggling and smiling. I was just like, man, she is. We so
climb
much trees
out here. I support you, short king. We climb trees. Yo, I was confused how I think they forgot this was in the show, but Vi came in and said, "Hey, Jazz." I'm like, how do you know him?
They probably talk on the phone. You know, he stay talking to his mama. But we're neglecting the fact that Aunt Vi look good, man. I bet her young acting days, boy, she was something crazy.
I forgot how Aunt Vi looks, bro.
Oh, man. Hey, whoever
You
Miss
forgot
Smith,
how I look, bro. What you mean?
whoever Miss Smith is, boy, they got good genes because we got you done birthed Michelle Obama and an older Jada Pinkett Smith out here.
Somebody
But
get
yeah,
this man.
hey,
Was giving Jada.
yeah, we all know, bro. We're gonna see. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's a simple episode, so this episode a little shorter than the rest of them. We still carried on about 40 minutes, so I'm happy to hear. And we about to get out of here. Uniqo Williams, what can they find you?
UniqoWilliams.com. That's gonna lead you to everybody else.
Monterey, the legend himself, what can they find you?
Get your boy Monterey Hudson on Instagram. You can click on the link tree, see all the stuff I'm a part of. We'll come straight to TikTok. I got some of that hot fire, that sauce.
Yeah, and we got a lot going on. You can find me at the link tree below under Zelmay, my books, my podcast, the merch, all of that stuff. Monte, what they need to do? You know
Buy
it.
the merch.
Like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. Tell us y'all thoughts. Tell us y'all theories. We want to hear them. I'll bring them up next week. See if it was correct or see if it's viable for episode 10. We'll talk about it next week. So list your thoughts in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for watching, especially if you watched this long. I love you. Thank you. See you next Thursday night or Friday morning, whenever you watch it.
Happy.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's St. Patrick's Day, so I appreciate y'all. And
Kiss me.
That's the ring behind
oh.
it. You just can't see it.
Kiss me.
yeah, next week. Oh, and by the way, if you into sports, over on 99 Sports, we over there. By the time you see this, it'll probably be out. Unless you watch it Thursday night, of course. But if not, we over there. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Kiss me. I'm black.